Hello everybody, my name is Storm and I've got ADHD, so expect a lot of unprocessed thoughts coming from me and my brain. The Stanley Parable. I've been wanting to play this for a while. It looks really cool. I've played a similar type of game. It's kind of like a, if anybody doesn't know what it's about, it's kind of like a break the fourth wall kind of game. It just kind of messes with you. But it looks fun and I've been wanting to play it. It reminds me of the game. I cannot remember what it's called. The Watcher, I think. Or something like that. The Looker. I don't know. So I really want to play it. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No, I haven't. Please adjust the slider until the computer is very barely visible. There. Please enter the current time. No. Yeah. Note, accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe Edition.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Huh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Huh.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Okay.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation.
Oh.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, okay, we're in. Can I use this? Hello? Wait, what's jump? I thought the game said I could jump. That's locked. Okay, number 427.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's a meeting room. I want to jump! Right. I'm not jumping. This makes me upset. I like to jump in games, even when I don't need to. What did he say I need to do? I can't remember. The meeting room? Ooh. Be my Valentine. Sure, man. Can I zoom in? Oh. Did I put that off? Meeting room. That's not the meeting room. That's not the meeting room. This is a big building. I hate Mondays. Yeah. Same, dude. Hello?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, what happens if I don't, though?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay. I'm really upset that I can't jump. Ooh, this is nice.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay, do I just
But
go out
eager
here?
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So what if I don't?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay. Can I go back though? No, I'm just locked. Do I need to? Do I get like? Are there different endings? You can't answer me, but huh. If I keep doing what he doesn't say, then I can't go. What? Words. If I keep doing the opposite of what he says, and I can't go back, do I get like a different ending or something? Oh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
What happens if I...
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, so I'm just dead? Oh, now I'm back here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
420.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did. Rewatch it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on your Okay. Using slides to show employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some... okay. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Thanks. Whoa. To do. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What happens if I... oh. Is that something I can pick up? Doesn't seem like it. This is kind of scary.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Lord.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
I thought Stanley was happy.
He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ah!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Oh no.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
I can still kind of see.
Fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I
what
wish
is
it
that?
to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay, I had a lot of things going through my mind, but the narrator kind of just kept talking and I kind of forgot.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I'm
what is
real.
going on?
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
No, why? This is scary! Jesus!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. Jesus, this game is fucking weird. It's not... So am I... What? Am I Stanley again? I don't... Okay. Jesus Christ. That was the start of the game. Oh, God. Okay. thoughts. I need to gather them.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This is so weird. Oh. Awaiting input? Can I... Oh. Can I... Was that me? Did I make sound? I thought I could jump! This is really upsetting to me. I'm not gonna have you close doors on me. I'm gonna close them first!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I'm not going that way.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
It is actually pretty
what a
nice.
Gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
You said the first door to the left. Didn't I go that way? I went that way, right? That was left.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay. This is fun.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No.
I love the narrators.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I
I love the
thinking?
narrator's voice.
It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
But I want to go the other way. I want to go... There's a red light there, and I don't like red lights. I saw one before in this game, and it scared me. I know it's not a horror game, but I'm still scared. There's a fan! Ah! Help. I don't like vans. Scary 69-year-old white men are there ready to touch me. This is creepy.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Wait, what am I?
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
Shoot.
From the top.
37? Is that me? No, it's 427. Okay. This is...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
See, why can I interact with that Pitador? Because not a lot in this game is interactive. Like, you can't interact with a lot of these stuff lying around. So, what does that do? Because that surely has to do something.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh. Oh, can I go through here? No. Can I? Okay. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be a long game, isn't it? I don't know where I am. Wait, no.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on.
Shut
I can
the
promise
fuck
you
up.
there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No, we
Well, I
don't.
find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
No.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. Ah! I hate you! What's the narrator's name? He has a really cool voice. What's the narrator's name in the Stanley Parable?
Actor Kevin Brighting.
Kevin Brighting. Let's see. Nice, okay. Kevin Brighton, what a cool fucking voice, dude.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'll close this now. Why? I still can't jump. It's really pissing me off.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Huh. This is fucking weird, man.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
I don't like how dark this is. This is not...
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I don't like this.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yeah!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Well,
some people
screw
win
you,
fair and
dude.
square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
The end is never the end.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
That's very simple. I just need to check something. My God! Okay. I don't... So I don't know how long this game is, really. And I don't know if I should do it in parts or in one video. But... I'm gonna record for about 2 hours. If it doesn't end, I'll just cut it up. And this is not the way we're supposed to go, though. Is it?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
That'd be great. I'm really tired. Well, okay, this... Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna follow the line. This music's very loud. Can I not walk up the wall? That sucks. What a boring game. Parkour. I could parkour if I could jump. Me exactly. This music's... I don't think fits this. Oh, Jesus. Financial records.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Oh, no.
You won't want to miss anything.
This one? I was just awfully quiet.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Ah. Man, this game is weird.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after
So
we
I'm
trusted you, after everything we've been
27,
through,
that one
you...
over there.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No! I don't. Why? How long does this go on?
You know what, Stanley? I
Okay,
say forget
Jesus.
the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Did this just
intelligent people,
open?
right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
But I thought you wanted me to
Now,
progress the story.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh, this is so weird. What do I want our story to be? I don't know, man. I'm just enjoying this. This game is... It's really fucking weird.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, I won't acknowledge it. I can't look away. This is weird.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the
Right.
story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination
What are you talking
corresponds
about?
with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
No, but what if I want to do the door on the left? Fine.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
You've been playing the confusion ending.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be
I
trapped
have
like
forgotten
this.
what's going
I
on.
won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Oh?
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
It
I'm not quite
sure
sure if
is.
we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
What, the
Eventually.
journey or the destination?
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Ooh. Is it because I pressed that? Or did it just restart? So was that an ending, or...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, God. Okay, that's not odd. Like it used to be. I really... this game
When
is
Stanley
fucking
came to a
genius.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop
Because
by the
we've
employee
done that.
lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, but that didn't...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah. It sure is. I'm really upset that I can't jump. I was told I could jump and... well, I can't.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Maybe.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Ooh.
stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
My wife?
I'm not asking for me,
We've been having some
I'm
troubles.
asking for her.
You are talking about my wife.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I can't do it. The truth is, I'm in love with another woman. Susan, we haven't had sex in 2 years. Ah!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
I
If
can't.
you can truly place
My
your
arms are
faith
too
in
short.
another, then pick up the phone. Oh, no, you can't.
I
Did you
can.
just
I did
unplug
that.
The phone?
Look, I did
But
that.
wasn't supposed
What are
to
you
be a
gonna
choice. How did
fucking
you
do about
that?
it?
You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were
Jesus,
supposed to
it's
mean
cold
anything.
today.
I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't
Are you
believe
talking to
I
me?
was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to
Okay.
finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a cracked back and sack. I practiced it.
Excellent. Making choices on a
Actually
regular
supposed
basis
to.
is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly
What does that
informed
say?
on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see
Stop.
what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Yeah, what if I just decide no? Why is that in the wall? Why are these here? None of this makes sense. Oh, okay. Just click on everything.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as
that's
possible
not true.
before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay. I want to go down there. There's a door. That's a big building. This is so fucking weird.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What if I don't? What if I refuse? What happens if I just stand here for like half an hour? Does anything happen?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow
Okay.
my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So what happens if I go in here again?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, okay. What happens if I go in here again? Oh, this is weird. So what happens if I just keep doing the wrong thing? I assume this does have multiple endings then, because it said like there's a confusion ending, which I think is what we're doing. So what happens if we just follow every order exactly as it said? I don't know, like, does it just like, was that the ending already? Is this like, I don't know how it works. I haven't really seen any gameplay of it, so I don't know. Like, I don't know if we did one of the endings already. I don't know how long this game. Oh,
Ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
What do I do?
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
No, you don't. You don't.
I have to.
No, you don't. Ah, no. I refuse. This is... Is this normal?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, what happens if I go in here again?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay, so we can't do that.
Choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, I can hold... Okay, so if I do this again... Huh. Oh, I can just hold in, right
Yet
click.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Crouch, control, interact, E. No! I didn't want to quit the game! I'm sorry! Shit! Oh, f***. Are you kidding? Shit! No! Does it start from over? No, it does!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Are you kidding me? I skipped the goddamn game!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Shit!
Stanley knew it perfectly.
No!
Well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I didn't mean to quit! There's no save. There's no save. Okay. Well, I guess...
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two.
But this is different.
Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
When he did not jump from the cargo lift, but is in motion, will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Are you insane? What if I don't jump off the cargo
But in
lift?
his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and
I still
no one
die.
gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I got the memo, alright. This game fucked up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I think... Oh, okay. Everything looked kind of weird there for a second.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Right.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please.
What happens if
stop trying to make... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
No.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but
I'm not
I
even
really
listening to you. Danger everywhere. That's cool. I love danger.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
I don't care. I'm a lone wolf.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Right.
Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm pretty goddamn sure of it.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley
No.
walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I won't. I will do whatever I please.
There's nothing here.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
What if I don't do that?
Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I mean, I'm gonna, because it's interesting.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
What if I go 1?
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know, shove it up your ass.
I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Why do people say that? Knocked it out of the park. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. In total... Is this real? Surely this isn't real. Did you know that 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. This is you. Stanley Parable is online. Objectively right. Players worldwide. Why not ask some friends for help? Huh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
We'll go 5.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game,
Oh,
the baby crawls
Jesus.
left towards danger.
Kick it!
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. It's just...
You heartless bastard.
I
Did you do it
don't
because
wanna...
you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do.
I did it to spite you.
I can't
hate
think of a
babies,
single
but that
thing
was
that might
annoying.
improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. I'm really enjoying this so far. This is so much fun. Oh my god. But it's so fucking cold, man. I just want to be in bed. This is...
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it
Are
seems
these the same
obvious to me
people?
that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep
This
tower.
is...
Perhaps for
I
some
just
sort
recorded
of twisted
this!
erotic
I literally
purpose.
just recorded this today!
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
Is Firewatch
So far,
by the
I love
same people?
everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
No. This... Stanley Parable? This is Firewatch! What the What? This is... This is weird. This game was awesome. It was a really long recording. It was like a 4-hour recording, I think. So I'm gonna edit that down, but I don't think it's gonna be out for a while because I want to get some other stuff out. God damn.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Yeah, well, it is. Deal with it. Can I jump? I was told that I could jump.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No.
Goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
I'm down.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
No.
Okay, I think this
I want
will be
out.
just the thing.
I want out. What the fuck?
Wonderful.
Rocket
See, this is
League.
exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay. That's our objective. Get
Okay,
lost.
so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, Jesus. No, I don't want to... Wow, I'm moving fast.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Goodbye. Oh, wait, no, but I didn't want to play with the ball.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it, you know.
Oh. Okay, I'm just falling still. Okay. This game is amazing. This is absolutely incredible. Okay. Well. What do I do? Is this not the right way? Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Yeah.
And if he's
I'm
learned the
happy with
heavy
it.
cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will
How many
be here
endings?
soon.
The game,
soon.
there are 19 endings, with
wait.
the Ultra Deluxe including an additional 24 endings. 42 endings? What? Why? I mean, that's cool, because then you could play it a whole bunch of times. I'm not going to do every ending. I don't even know if I've gotten one, because I don't know if where we got to that room where it said confusion ending. I don't know if that alone was an ending, or if that was just telling us about the ending that we're gonna get, or I don't know. And I don't know. This could be like... That could have been an ending right there. So I don't know how long I'm gonna play this for. I guess I'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did do that. Aren't I amazing? Are you proud of me now?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'll go to the broom closet again.
Oh, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you were... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, well, I'll go upstairs this time. This game is massive. What the fuck? Executive bathroom. What? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay. Stream bathroom. Time. Damn. Oh. What happens if I go through here? What the fuck? Business strategy. What the hell is this game? What happens if I press both buttons? I want to go up. I want to see what's up. Can you hear him humming? Oh boy. This is the exact same thing. Okay, so I can't do anything with that. Apparently. I'll just close those.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
Jesus
stunned to
Christ.
discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
What kind of
Stanley
office is
wondered
this?
in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
8, 4, 5. 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened
Oh,
to
boy.
input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This is some freaky shit, dude. Now it just says loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of
Really?
emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, what is going on?
Stanley walked straight ahead
Stop!
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But I kind of want to go down here because it says escape and...
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it until I see it. Gamers don't die, we just respawn.
The door behind him was not shut.
It wasn't.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I don't believe that I'm gonna die. I might die. I mean... You know what?
But of
You know what?
course,
No.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
I don't want to die yet because I don't know how that affects this. I don't know if I'll get to see this again if I do die. But if I just walk out of there, I can't. Oh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Those are
Did he have the
big
strength
fucking
to find out?
TVs. Was I supposed to? What do? I press this again? Oh, okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
Damn
bore
me.
the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
That's
co-workers.
mine.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's fucked up. It's very Portal-ish.
This
Kinda.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So let's see. Oh, okay.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Huh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How do I do that? Oh. Do I... Oh, what happens if I go in here? Nothing. Okay. That's 5. Do I press all of them? 3. That's 1, 2, 3. 4 is up there. I can't get there. What happens if I press 5? Nothing. Controls, ideal, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So what if I are it on?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Oh no, do I actually run?
Much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Oh, now do I press the things?
The bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you.
Okay.
About
okay.
me, where we're going.
1.
What all this
no.
means.
1.
I barely know where to
2.
start.
Shit.
What's that?
This is...
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
3.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
Thanks,
what happened
dude.
to them. I erased
Thanks.
them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
I got
or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing.
What?
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take
What do you
back the
mean?
control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yes.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
I
screen
am.
to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Alvin!
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world. That's
You have 3
fine.
attempts remaining.
But I'm going to destroy it first, so you
Ah. Whoa. What are
Take a
you?
look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just
No.
you being blown
Ah.
to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
Please
or will
don't.
You let it go peacefully. Another choice.
I want to live.
Make it count.
I want to. Surely
It's
I
all
can
the
stop
same.
this somehow.
All a part of the
Some
journey.
way.
And believe me, I
There's
will be
no
laughing at
time.
every second of your inevitable life from the moment we
Well,
fade
it's
in
gonna
until
stop,
the moment
right?
I say happily ever after.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it. I'm dead. Is that an actual ending? Oh, it's not.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Was that an
Perhaps he
ending?
wanted
I
to
don't
stop by
know.
the
It doesn't
employee
tell
lounge
you.
first, just to admire it.
'Cause this is.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So is this all the same?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
I don't know. I don't understand
enemy,
what
really, I'm
how the
not.
endings
I
work.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for... This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's
Fine.
been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one.
I will. Fine. There we go. I did. We shut up now.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now,
My
I want
wife
you to come in and
sounds
tell me all about your
18. Ah!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
No.
They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Wow.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee. No, I won't. I will escape. I will escape. I cannot even go there. Whatever. Okay, fine. I press P.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I know I can get out. I know I can press out. I know I
Look
can
at him
get out.
there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
If I'm gonna die, can I at least touch fake tits?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
I know I can get out of here somehow.
And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Hey, fine. I will do anything. Yeah. Where's Kato?
And
What's
so he began
TV?
to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Guess I'll just spend time with the boy.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
I think
It
I'm
barely
hungry,
even mattered what lay behind
but I
each door.
did
The
eat.
mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I'm persecuted to tell your wife you love her. Oh, Q.
But there is
Right.
no answer.
Oh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, what if I don't do it?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
He's
And I
die. Okay. Wow. I really have no idea what's going on. See, was that an ending? I don't know. And I'm very cold. I want to take a shit. I want to change into something warmer. But I also don't have the energy to do it, so I don't know. I'll be back. Also, maybe I'll look up and see how many endings I've gotten, or if I have at all. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll be back. Woo! Oh boy. Ugh. Well, I'm back. It's so fucking cold. I'm wearing this thick ass hoodie and thick ass tracksuit pants, and I'm still fucking freezing, dude. My God, and it's like the end of winter. Spring is starting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. What if I do exactly everything that he says? Okay, well, now I can't.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
I mean, I can't... I know I said that I was gonna... But, I mean, how could I... I have to do this. Jesus, it's cold, man. Where are we going? This way?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Oh, it's on consoles too?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay, so this is the new content that's in the game.
It's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready.
Man.
Let's do it.
Jeez. And I'm privileged. I've got clothes on my
I
back.
have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump.
Oh, can I finally jump now? Oh, fuck yes. What if I don't do this, though? What if I just forget about this? What if I just go on?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Well, I mean, I might as well. I did want to jump for a long time. No! I want to jump more. Man, that sucks.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Can you
now
count
with over
to 30
1,000
trillion?
hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
Let's say
I knew
that...
there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could
Didn't
never
you
have
create
lived
the
up
game?
to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
This entire
Just you
game
and
is a
me
gimmick.
having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I don't really have a choice, do I? Oh, this is a little bit different.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Ah, fine. Ooh. Coffee nut and a screwdriver.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What is this supposed to be? What is this? What is this?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
No.
Experiences like the launch of the
not
Stanley Parable on
walls,
PC.
not walls, no! I don't like walls in games. I like to do what I want. This is very pretty looking, though.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the
Don't
Memory
forget
Zone remind
the
you of how
Stanley Parable.
wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap
2013 and
re-release?
Stanley
Remember back in
Parable was
October of
released.
2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Good times. Ooh, what is this? These like achievements and stuff that I get? Huh. Oh, that's cool looking. Thumbnail maybe? I don't know. That seems a bit bland. A trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Yep. Don't be sad because it's over. Be happy because it happened. I love him of little Stanley. No, who's that? That's something you learn as you get older. Well, something that I learned as I got older, that sometimes it's not... There's just some things that you... Oh, this is beautiful. There's just some things you can't change in life and you need to accept it, and sometimes it takes a while and sometimes you think you'll never accept it, and I used to think things like that too. But after time you learn to accept it.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? every game ever created. That's how grand and
Don't read any
all-encompassing
reviews except
the
this one.
original
How do you
Stanley
review a
Parable
game like the
was.
Stanley Parable?
It
Describe
was
any
literally
part of it
every
to
game
risk its
ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
Did you
It's
tell
no
what it
games
has
at
to
all.
say about the game
isn't
design,
even
the
the
illusion
Stanley
of
Parable
choice, and
anymore.
the
It's
psychology
just
of
a
the game
husk
is to tell you too
now.
much?
A lifeless
Comparisons
husk with an
to-
hour of new elevator content.
Inadequate would be Dear Esther. Where Dear Esther ways from any parable uses and then subverts, where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Even so, holding the game to the standards of any other title is simply not to be correct. So how do you review what has become known as the Stanley Parable HD, the full-scale reimagining of one of the most intriguing mods available online? How do you discuss it, analyze it, recommend it? That's quite simple. You don't. I wasn't paying attention to anything, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was reading. Surely I could do something with this. You wouldn't put this here and... Ah. Literally any.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been
Okay, you can read
confronted
that
with in
if
a
you
game.
want to. I
9
don't want
out
to
of
read
10.
it.
Don't you get it, Stanley?
I mean,
The
I'm reading
game
it, but
was
I'm not going to read
perfect.
it out loud.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay. Well, you see, I can't quite get through there. There has to be a way, though, right? I like work. I just hate my boss. Yeah. Bosses suck.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh. Steam reviews.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Nope. Not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
That's
I'm
the
not
whole
trying to be
point of the
funny.
game.
I'm trying to make a serious work of
When-
art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I always see stuff like that. It's so bullshit that people who don't like the game, or people that don't have patience, because that's all it is. They don't have patience. They just want to... Okay, shut the fuck up. People don't have... Some people just don't have the patience for that type of games, and it's fine, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game. it's the same with anything. It's the same with movies and music. I just like to live life. If I don't like something, then I don't acknowledge it. If I don't like a song or an artist or an album, I don't listen to it. If I don't like a movie, I don't watch it. If I don't like a game, I don't play it. I don't need to hate on it though. And it's so... I mean, they do that with everything. Ooh, hiccups. They do that with everything. Elden Ring, Stanley Parable. I've seen crap reviews on games that I just genuinely enjoy, and it's never because the game is actually bad. It's because they don't have the... It's like Elden Ring. I wouldn't recommend this game because the bosses are hard. No, you just don't have the patience for it, which is fine. If you don't enjoy something, you don't need to. You don't need to enjoy everything that everyone else likes, but that doesn't mean that something is bad. You don't need to hate something because it's just stupid. I hate people like that. I hate people like that. Huh. No? Okay.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Well, the idea
For the game is good. For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
No,
Like I
you're
let
not a
these people
failure,
down.
dude.
Perhaps
You only
the
tried to
Stanley
kill me
Parable
multiple
isn't quite as
times.
sterling
It
as
is
I always
fine.
remembered.
To be fair, I also kind of did my own thing playing the game, you know? We've all got our flaws. You're not a failure.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
If you don't skip it, does it really take that long?
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us, and...
Oh, okay, can I just leave now? What happens if I skip again? Okay, calm down.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
I don't know if I'm supposed to leave yet or if something else is supposed to happen. Okay. I'm supposed to keep pressing the button.
the end is never the end, 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 is never the
Okay. Oh Lord. Well, I mean, I'm stuck. Huh. Jesus Christ, how long has it been? This is pretty though. Is the narrator gone? Just dead? What happened? Man. What an interesting game. It really, I like these kind of games because it makes me think about like deeper stuff, deeper meanings than just I don't really know how to explain it, but oh okay, we can. But what happens if we skip again though? We cannot. Huh. Is this the end? Do I go that way? Those things on my screen? Or is that in the game? Do I go to the sun? Where do I go? No, those are in the game. Are those? I don't know. I think they're in the game. Oh. Ah, okay. That was another ending. Should we? How's it been going on for? We can record for a bit longer. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. Like, I actually don't want to stop. Like, at first I didn't know what was going on. So I think every time that you come back to the office, I think that's an ending. Or maybe...
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal,
I'm not
dish
full
soap,
34.
spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like.
Susan, were you cheated on me with 434? I always knew she was a skank hoe. I wanna go into this room. This room seems fun. I wanna go in. Okay. New content. Yeah,
good.
sure.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Ah, thank you. Okay. Man, this is fun. I don't actually want to stop playing this game. I don't even know how long I've been recording for. But it might have been a while. Okay, so do I just go that way?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, fuck yeah! Wow! Another entire game.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new
27.
experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Again.
This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe?
Yeah, kinda.
What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
This does look cool, though.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back 2 doors. This is really fucking cool. Because I've never played the original version that came out in 2013. This is the first time I'm playing, so I would expect that a lot of people who have played the original in 2013 and then the Ultra Deluxe, this, would get a lot of nostalgia from
now,
it.
to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I want to go there, though. I want to do what I'm told to do. That's boring. That sucks. New features. Alright, fine. I'll do what the game tells me to do. Why is this chair there? Damn, this is cool.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, the button that says the name. Oh, there's a lot of things here. The bucket. Stanley Parable 2. Reassurance bucket. I want to do all of these things. Merch, can I buy some merch? Damn, this is cool. Who's that? I want to do the bucket. What does the bucket do? I want the bucket to reassure me.
Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
But there's no bucket. Oh, there's the bucket! Oh my god, that's so cool.
Will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, I can hold the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
Can I take the bucket and leave?
I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well. I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a
Thank
person.
you.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. Is it? Oh, do I get to bring the bucket with me everywhere? That's so cool.
Does
button
anyone
that
give
says
out
the name of
awards
the
for
player,
most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of things that we can do. Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious
Name.
answer
Hear yours
is that they
today.
want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that
Hell yeah.
wonderful?
That's awesome. That's really cool. I don't really care about anything else though. I've got a bucket and that's all I need.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go.
fine.
Let's
My
take a
name's
deep
Jim.
breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named
It's fine.
Jim.
I already have.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
My mind is
Sleeping
cleared.
and
I've got a
waking as
bucket.
Jim. Falling in. Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving... Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
If you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
No. Jim, don't leave. Well, fuck you, narrator. What's your name, Kevin? Kevin Brightly? I think that was his name.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Ooh. Well, I can't go there, can I? Easy achievements. Please no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know,
yeah.
Sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Right. Thanks. Thanks.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
What else is there? What is this? Jump circle. The button that says the name of the player playing the game. Oh, okay. Collectibles. Oh, that's just moving around. Was that always doing that? What's down here? My gosh, this game is massive. There's so much to do in it. And I don't know. Wait, is this it? Is this the infinity hole?
Stanley,
oh my
here's
god,
an idea that
yes!
I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until
Shut the fuck
end
up.
of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Can I?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Nope.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Nope, it's fine. This hole is infinite. You said it's infinite. If it's really infinite, then it won't stop.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
No, you said it was infinite.
To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Nope. You said the hole was infinite, and you gave me a button, so I could fall for as long as I want, and I could get back up when I felt like it.
Put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite.
Nope.
If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Nope. You know what? I'm staying here. I'm not moving. It's the end. It's the end of the video. Close it. Shut it all down. You lied to me. Goodbye.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay. That was fun. Yeah. I can't go up there. This music is so... This reminds me of Don't Starve. I feel like this music is very similar to that. That's the exit. That's new. What's that? I can't get up there. Wait, can I? Can I get up there? The jump circle.
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh,
Fuck,
well.
God damn it!
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
No! No, please, bring it back, bring it back! I want to jump. I like jumping in games. It's one of my favorite things to do. Fine. You know what? Screw you. I don't need to jump. This is new. Wait, how'd I get up here the first time? Did I... Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, well... 3 new plus easy achievements. I can't believe it was that simple. Get yours right here. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
It will never happen, will it? It'll never... You broke my heart, Kevin. Kevin Brightly, you're a monster! I will not stop. Give it to me. Give it to me. Seriously? No, I don't believe that they won't give it to you. I think you just need to press it a certain amount of times. Well, I've been pressing it for a while and it, well, it doesn't seem to be working. So I guess I'll just leave. Ah, fuck you.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What's up this way? You can find them, you can find them, you can find them.
Ah,
oh.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Yeah, you know, fucking sucks. They'd been awarded. Is that... So I gotta... Do I have to collect those? What's down there? I can't see. Why? Why is it not allowing me to see down there?
All right.
What's down there, Kevin?
You wanted to? Ready to move on now?
No. This can't be it. I need to see what's down there. New mug. That's fucking cool.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Hell yeah, give it to me.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
There's a collectible.
I wanted
There's
more than
I want to
anything
get
to
down.
create a sequel
Where can I
that
get the
would capture all the
collectible?
magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect.
So
with
an Ultra
care for
Deluxe.
the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. Ah, okay. Now we're playing the Stanley Parable 2. Okay. God, I really have no idea how long this is still gonna go on for, but I'm all here for it. I skipped it. I'm so sorry. I might have just said the same thing again, but anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, the
Stanley
bucket.
picked
Give
up
it
the
back
bucket.
to me. It reassured me.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
I love you, my bucket. You're the best bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yep, of course we
But
did.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Okay,
All
so is
because he
this...
believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but
Nah.
said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when
Oh,
Stanley
why?
realized,
Why?
this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might
Where's
experience
my
without
bucket?
the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. Now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it.
I need the bucket.
Far
I
off
need
in
to find the
distance now,
bucket.
he heard
I need to
calling
find
to
the
him.
bucket. I need to find the bucket.
The bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his.
Bucket,
None
bucket,
of them were his
bucket,
special
bucket.
bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world.
Man, you don't want to do that.
And she hugged her own bucket even.
I once left my bucket at home. I was hospitalized for 3 years.
Confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work.
And it was traumatic.
Because
even though I was on
everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself.
even though I was in a coma,
and she backflipped all the way to work.
I felt empty because I knew that I didn't have my bucket with me. This is crazy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bring the vibe down, and I don't usually get personal like that, but I just thought people should know. That is the time, is it? No. It's not 1:30. Is it? No, it's not.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
That's fine. All I need is my bucket.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket
this is the place. I just want to sit back, drink some coffee with my bucket,
thought to himself. Yes,
and then jack off.
How in... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Anything for the bucket. Whoa.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny,
no,
Stanley.
It can't be a
talking
joke.
Bucket.
No.
Can't you see?
It can't be.
Goodness.
The bucket is
You must have
real.
really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker?
Jesus Christ, I cannot stay still for a second.
Better, but there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny!
Good. This saying is a
Thank you.
perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally,
Okay,
it's
did you
time to
take
hand out
something?
surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the
Data?
joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random.
Surely this has
And
been
that's
longer
all
than
there
90
is.
seconds.
With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind,
Okay.
I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay, fine. We'll go back to the two doors. Oh, wow.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the
Exactly.
king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Well, we'll just go back down this hallway. And we'll do it all again. I forgot our... Where... I thought that... Oh.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy.
Don't worry
I'm
about it.
nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think...
No, you're not. You're very
I think
bottom
I
of the
need to
barrel.
go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
No, please don't let me.
That will
Please
help
don't make me
improve
watch it
my-
with you. Don't make me watch it again.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the
Okay.
bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay, so if I keep doing this,
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready?
oh, okay.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors,
So I'm supposed to
they
go into
entered
the door on the left.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Stanley,
okay,
you love
so
the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley.
is it the end? Did I finish it? Did I finish the game?
How unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No?
Oh my god!
Is it the delivery?
That was so much fun!
Pale with shame?
I'm so glad I finished that.
Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No.
Okay. Based on the work of Stanley Parable 2013. That was great. I loved every single bit of that. That was amazing.
I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Ah, look at Stanley. Okay, can we continue?
There? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries?
Okay, no, it's not the end.
Something crucial happened while my senses were turned? The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Okay, so what happens if
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. We'll go down this way.
Still no one was here. Stanley
No,
needed the
no
bucket's
one.
warmth and comfort
Not
now
a single
more than ever.
person.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet.
Yeah.
It wants the bucket. You can feel
No!
that, can't you? The aura of
Get away.
jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm not really...
You found one of them.
Ah!
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Ah, cool. Ah, look at this shitty toilet. Who needs a toilet when you've got a bucket? That's what buckets are used for. Stinky fuckers. What is this in a toilet? What are you, fancy or something? We're humans. Toilets are unnatural. Okay, can we actually go down somewhere this time? Maybe I gotta wait a while. Come back. Is it still going? So nothing actually happens. Okay, well, let's go into the boss's
Stepping into
office
his
again.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. the bucket would.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew it.
Can I play piano?
The two of
I
them
wanna
were
learn the
inseparable.
Addams Family.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in
theme
the
song.
tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
I think it was the same as earlier, but I
Stanley
can't
guessed the
remember
correct
that.
code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
Yep,
This is certainly
the bucket was
most
guiding me.
logical explanation.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This,
Yes,
there
let's
really
go!
must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another
Stanlerines?
Stanlerine
Really?
under your belt.
What if I go up? Can't go up. It's all a trick. It's a lie. Everything is a lie! I want to play Portal
The
again.
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Oh, I know that. I know I've got nothing to worry about.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Okay,
Control
I'm coming now.
Facility.
I gotta put the microwave off. I'm gonna do
Although
this time.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Nope. I don't
The door
believe it.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the
It
bucket
wasn't.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back
It
on
doesn't
track.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward.
That would be time
into a
wasted.
very painful death.
I've come this far, I'm not gonna stop. Oh, okay. Ah, so I wouldn't die. It was a lie. Just like the cake. Yeah, I think I need to play Portal. Should I play it after
As
this?
the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's
Oh.
warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure,
No.
it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself. And he sort of kicked himself
No.
for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Hello?
In a single visceral
Who are you?
instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh, no, the bucket's fine. The bucket's fine.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
No, the bucket. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full of enriched and wait. No. Substantiated. Substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with what you into the fuck my life? I cannot read. Jesus Christ. Wow. It's I'm actually quite good at reading, but I hate reading out loud. I can read silently very well and I can read fast, but out loud I fucking hate it. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what you may be challenging about the information in the exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. My God. Bucket. I'm sorry. What could I do? Oh. The stress bucket, an analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. The stress bucket, presented with our commentary. Vulnerability, size and strength of the bucket. Stress level of water in the bucket. Inferno bucket, a replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. My God, you're right. I was so foolish. Well, we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind. We do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasure. My God.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there's yet one more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
I understand. It needed to be done. No. I'm going back down here.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Ah.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
You gave it to me. You can't take it away.
Fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
No.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music
It's my
as well.
only escape. This music is epic though. But I'm not leaving the bucket.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Nope. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No.
Can you guess what
I
the
won't
Bucket
do
Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
No, please.
Go ahead now, Stanley.
Please.
Say goodbye.
No,
to the
I can't
bucket,
do it.
And then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I can't bring myself to do it.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
No.
That is its
No, I
singular
won't.
personality
I won't.
trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise
I like the Broom
fans will
Closet.
be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer.
I'm not going to give up the bucket.
That damn bucket.
I won't do it.
Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Not doing it.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I had to do it. I couldn't get rid of the bucket. I couldn't. Mission status. Wait. Will be a reward for finding them all. Stop killing yourself, guys. What does this mean?
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
Oh, it was 2845.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
yes.
Yes.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
It is. It only makes sense. The bucket is guiding me. The bucket is guidance. The bucket is reassurance.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I think this is it. I think this is like the end of the game. I know you can probably play it more.
The bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently.
No, bucket, it's
reassuring
okay.
it that everything would be fine.
Don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. 427.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter.
It can't be.
His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
This is it, bucket.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
My God,
Both
the
of them
outside
wanted
world.
to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
No.
What? Wait.
No.
What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
How do I stop this? Bucket, we need to leave!
The bucket.
Dump bucket!
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped.
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
There's a thing there. There's a bunch of things everywhere. How do I get down there? I haven't gone down there yet. Ah, wait, is this the way?
No, stop. Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if
I
that's
know
true,
what a
well,
bucket
my
is.
goodness, I think
I'm holding a bucket. Look,
This
that's a bucket.
misunderstanding
Right there.
could have dire
That's a bucket.
consequences on the entire
That's a
rest
bucket.
of the game
That's a
if
bucket.
not
I know what a
addressed quickly and
bucket is, Kevin.
so much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
No. Fine.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes, that's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
No, I can't leave. No, I don't believe you.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna trick me.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
What? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine
That's a
that
bucket.
tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick.
I've
How on earth did
seen
you
a
manage to
bucket.
screw it up? Absolutely
I know what buckets are.
incredible.
It's
Let's
just a
move
different
on to the next
breed.
one.
My God.
Is this a bucket?
Nah, that ain't a bucket.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Nah, that's not no bucket. I know what a bucket looks like. What the
Item
fuck is this game?
Is this a bucket?
Nah, that ain't no bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
I knew that.
Item... Wait, hold on. I
knew
can't
that
find
right
the
from
next
the
one.
beginning.
Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Oh.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
You're not
Stanley,
a bucket.
I
You're not
can't
good
keep
enough to
doing
be a
this.
bucket.
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay.
No, please.
Here we go.
Please, you can't. You can't. I need it. I need it. My source of comfort, my everything.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear?
I don't know.
Was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God!
I told
had no
you.
idea. How could?
Well,
Except
no,
me.
the
I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go. The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companion. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for
I
you,
don't know if I
Stanley.
can bring myself to do it.
Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
No. I can't. I won't give my bucket.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled.
Yes!
No more debate.
Property
no more
of
discussion.
Stanley.
Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The feeling of liberation.
Oh my God, I did it.
The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley
was happy.
Is that it? That's it. That's the game. God, I enjoyed that so much. That was so fun to play. There's probably some more things that I could do. Probably some more different like endings and different things, but I don't think anything too big, too drastic. That was fun. That was only 4 hours. It felt like way longer than that. It felt like 5.5. But anyways, God, wow, I enjoyed every single bit of that. I really hope that turned out okay. I'll maybe go back someday and see if there's more that I can do to it, but I don't think there is much more to it. That was a great game. That was a 10 out of 10 for me. I want to play more games like this. I've played similar games to it, and I want to find some more because I really like these type of games. But with that being said, thank you for watching. Goodbye.